Alright guys, let's look at the price of Bitcoin and make a short update because generally actually nothing really changed in terms of the price action for the recent like a week or two, because we are still forming the same formation, same like a triangular pattern here, and we have to wait until this pattern will be evolved into move one way or another. So you see this trend line here, support line, which could be argued that that was a fake out here and we are actually making higher lows from that point. So currently we are forming this triangle which should end somewhere at the end of October, and in fact there's a lot of bullish bias here, but technically it is still kind of a formation of uncertainty, so it's not clear where the price goes. Another thing which I should say about the correlation with the other assets, traditional assets, that this chart of gold, I showed you that chart several times already, so you see that the slope changes of this curve, and in fact with kind of an acceleration you would expect that at some point it will be over. So here we already broke this trend line, and now here on the top this is not a symmetrical triangle, this is a descending triangle, meaning that it's very likely, as well at least it's high probability that the triangle will be broken to the downside, pretty much the same way that we had with Bitcoin when we had this high over here, and also the same way that we had this triangle or a single descending triangle, this area. So they both were broken to the downside. So pretty much the same might happen with gold, and it already shows some weakness signs. So Bitcoin may follow gold as well, and you see the end of this triangular formation again somewhere around end of October. So it goes pretty much the same way. Let's look at the daily time frame now, and I would like to show you this chart with Bitcoin historical volatility, and in fact this also implies that we are in the area of the stress of like this energy is accumulated here. You see the volatility is going lower and lower, and every time pretty much when we have this volatility close to the zero level, we have a massive move like here or this area, and again was rise over here. Even at that point it was a short period, but still after that we had this significant increase in price in 2019. So we are also having this indicator close to zero right now. We still have some room to make it even lower, and then again everything will match. Also in the beginning of November we'll have the election in the United States, which again will add some volatility to the market apparently. So I guess we'd have to just to be patient and wait what happened. Now let's look at the 4 hours time frame, and again here we have another set of triangular formations. So here is the bigger one, right, and here we have another formation, triangular formation, a smaller one inside the bigger one, and basically both are patterns of uncertainty. I'd say that as soon as we will have the breakout, we'll probably very likely drag to the area above, let's say a higher point here, or maybe below lower point here, or even lower than this point, because lots of liquidity, lots of stop orders concentrated at those areas. So probably first breakout, if this breakout is a fake one, would be quite massive. But then if the price, let's say if it goes upside, if it can't stay above this red area and returns back, then it probably should be taken as a fake out, and then you would expect, it's more likely to expect that the next move will be to the downside. So what I would currently expect is that we probably will break this triangle formation one way or another, or maybe both ways, and then still remaining within this one, and somewhere close to the end of this formation it will be the major game, the decision-making time. So we'd have to wait right now, I would think. But again, I pay attention closely to those two areas, this green area support and red area of resistance, and if price is able to stay above this red area or below this green area, I would say that this is the defining event, for the trend for the next maybe few weeks or even 2-3 months or even more. So it is a very important time and also a very exciting one. So let's see what happens, guys. And so far that is it for today. I hope that it is somehow useful. Thank you very much for watching and see you next video. Goodbye.